Hi, I'm Andy Sulak with LAE Software, putting together another quick video for you. This is as part of our series on doing manual PST imports for those that want to do PST uploads from the files into their M365 mailbox manually using the existing tools. All of these things actually are handled by PST Migrator, but if you just want to test it, kind of play around with it beforehand, we're happy to help with that, so we have a couple videos for you. Today, in this video, we're going to talk about protecting your network bandwidth, specifically setting QoS or quality of service policies for uploading of your PSTs. So there's two ways to accomplish this. One is to do it at the network level, which means you're going to engage with your networking team to find out from them which QoS options are available with the networking infrastructure that they already have. They probably already have tools based on their, switches, routers, firewalls that can handle QoS policies. So you'd have to work with them to determine what they have, then what the network path is from your endpoints running Microsoft Outlook that your users are using with the PST files, and then set a policy that allows them to control the upload from Microsoft Outlook on the endpoints all the way through the network, then out to the internet to your M365 tenant, or possibly through an express route connection if your organization uses that. Also then determining what the average utilization of the upstream bandwidth is in your environment. So let's say you have a 1 gigabit internet pipe. Assuming that's symmetric, that means that you can have 1 gigabit down as well as 1 gigabit upload. Then you need to work with that networking team again to determine, well, what's the average utilization? Because if you're going to start uploading PSTs, if you're just testing, not as big of a deal, generally speaking. But when you start to do it at scale, you can push a lot of data up at the same time, which they would want to be aware of, and also give you a guideline for how much data you can push. Once you figure that out, then you can figure out how to set those QoS policies at the network level, which again, your networking team would need to do. So let's say you have a 1 gigabit pipe and it's 60% utilized on average for upstream bandwidth, again, because we're uploading data. Then you'd have about 400 megabits per second available for importing PSTs that hopefully wouldn't impact anything. So if you set the QoS for Outlook for, say, 2 megabits per second, then that means you could have 200 endpoints uploading PSTs at the same time without affecting anything. Now, all that would have to be done at the network level. There's another way that you can do this using Windows endpoint controls for specifically group policy. So you still would need to contact your network team to find out what the available upstream bandwidth is. But then what you can do is create a GPO, which I will show you real quick here. I'm just going to do this using a local group policy editor. But you could do this, creating a group policy that you would then push out to your computers, your endpoints that would be migrating. So here we have the policy broken into, of course, computer and user configuration. So if we go under computer, under Windows setting, and then policy-based QoS, I don't have anything here, but you can create a new policy, and we'll just call this PST import. For our purposes, you can we don't need a DSCP value. You can specify the outbound throttle. What I talked about earlier is setting 2 megabits. That would be your outbound throttle rate. You can hit next. And then you can apply it to all applications, but really what we're looking to do is just to apply it to Outlook.exe, which means that we're just going to be focusing on the bandwidth that Outlook is using. Hit next. Since we're specifying an application, you don't have to put in your source and destination IPs, which makes it a lot easier. And then to finish, you can also leave the default ports because we shouldn't have to get that granular. When you hit finish, you have a PST import policy that you can apply, and then that would achieve the same thing. So just the first part in actually doing your manual PST uploads, PST Migrator, our tool actually handles this as part of its configuration. But if it's something you want to test out, here's a couple steps to do that. Thanks for watching.